Welcome, guys. The final battle for top 100. Yes, it cannot be more final than the 8th episode. For some reason, there's there's no symbolism for number 8 besides Chinese love number 8 for some reason. Yeah. Uh. Very interesting news. Hearthstone is not going to be a part of YouTube Rewind because I don't believe it exists anymore. It has been just abusing me this whole time. And I will play something else, which I actually found. And I played it when I was reviewing PewDiePie. Yeah, the last 2 episodes kind of changed something a little bit. So, all I try to do, the funniest thing is I just try to complete a quest in Hearthstone, and then it just spiraled out of control because I couldn't fucking do it easy enough. And it's just... now it's just gonna be a meme. Maybe people will actually send to each other a video that shows them that... I love Hearthstone, don't get me wrong. I mean, I like Dr. Boom, I don't know what Hearthstone are you talking about. I don't know. Hearthstone doesn't exist to me anymore, so... Anyways. There's, 4 more entities left. Actually, 3. And, the losers will be determined. We don't care about the winners. We only care about the losers. Who's gonna take the L and not gonna show up in YouTube Rewind anymore. Not this year, at least. Maybe they will change my mind, but usually what I expect will happen the next year is gonna be just me interacting with actually interesting and nice people who want to actually interact and not just make YouTube videos. Because you have to be flexible, So I'm expecting my YouTube Rewind is gonna become more and more personal, and everyone's gonna be fucking mad about it or whatever. But screw you. You're not mad enough if you cannot change my mind. I'm sorry. I'm the angriest person you have ever met, and I can't change people's minds because people are so fucking ignorant and stupid. I would rather take them into and throw them into lava than try and change their minds somehow. Fuck that. That takes years and years. I'm not gonna fucking waste years and years changing people's minds. Nuh-uh. And you can definitely change their minds unless you have billions of dollars or tons of subscribers, or a combination of both. Just high level of influence, or at least ability to edit your videos and present yourself as like, oh, you found my videos. I have put so much effort into them. Please share those videos because they're so influential. You have no idea. There's a possibility to grow on YouTube, but not for me, unfortunately. Despite how much effort I would put into the videos, and that I should get the same amount of effort back. Nuh-uh, not on YouTube. But, that's kind of the problem with every social media right now, and, eventually YouTube will ban me. We'll find out, oh, you're doing something, very smart, and, useful to our platform. We don't like that, actually. Yeah. I can't wait for that to happen, because the moment I can only be banned if I have at least 10,000 subscribers, But everyone is pointing at finger at me. Please ban this guy, because he asked for it, or something like that. He made a video about my favorite YouTuber, and he said something bad about him. Please ban him. Something like that. But, like, people actually love to ignore the good stuff and just focus on the bad stuff. Which is terrifying to me, because there's a lot of good stuff that I'm doing, and if you just ignore that, then yes, I should be banned. As if all I'm saying is the N-word, and I'm repeating the N-word all the time. That's how I feel people will react to me, regardless, Because that's the usual reaction, like, every time I jump into someone's Discord, ban this guy, harassment, bullying, guys. As if banning someone is not harassment and bullying as well. It has to be very. You gotta think. You gotta think a little bit before you make decisions like that. Is it not gonna hurt you in the long run? Because that's the scariest thing. There's a lot of risks you can take in life, but if you take a risk that will hurt you in the long term, you don't want to do that one. Because that will hurt. You think inflation is bad? Well, taking risk is a lot worse. Because well, technically you can make bad decisions, which is terrifying. Killing yourself is a pretty bad decision, I'm not gonna lie. But there's also very weird bad decisions that you don't know about, and it's getting stuck in a certain routine and not exploring the world is a bad decision. Not increasing your awareness of things is a terrible decision. Not learning principles is a bad decision. And people are not scared about that as much as they should. But this is not an episode for moralization, guys. This is an episode where I already did an episode for this, because I had to review 9 entities. So, I guess I'll just leave you guys this, and you're gonna watch it, right? Nah, I have to review my own content, because at some point, as always, Voidmod decides, you can't speak actually right now, because we disable your microphone. Yeah, very, very funny. They do it like every 24 hours or something. You can almost time it when it's gonna happen. I bet. It's fucking that disgusting. But I still have to check every 10 minutes in case that fucking happened. I guess it will not happen today anymore, because it already did happen. In fact, when I was recording a Hearthstone video, it happened. Try and find it, it's an Easter egg now. After all, it's a 3-hour video, so it's pretty hard to find anyways. Alright, so, let me recap what happened. So, I started with Naruto, and, I decided this boring button is pretty interesting to do. I get bored 10 times, and, you're out of the competition, basically. Whatever the score you have is gonna be the final score, and 2 lowest scores are gonna be kicked out. I also have a need to kick out Diablo, because Diablo doesn't fucking deserve this place. Alright? But it has still a significant score, okay? So it might be a somewhat of a challenge to beat Diablo. That's nice. So everyone has to go over the 60. 1160. Everyone has to reach that. Sunny already did. These 2 entities, if they do it, then the lowest one right now is Zed. I have to double check. So right now, Diablo is above 4 entities. No copyrights. Oh, wait, no copyrights? No copy is struggling? That is disgusting. So, that's a 4th entity. Dave Days kind of is transcending already. Yeah. There's one more video I kind of want to watch. And is this... She said yes. This is where I kind of left off. So I'm going to watch that one. And then Eric Dubé is struggling. Oh, shit. But he did release a video recently, so it should be fine. Alright, so my expectation, I am kicking out Diablo for sure. Drew Gooden is struggling? Well, if I get to choose between Zed and Drew Gooden, then all I have to do, really, is just clickety-click a little bit, am I right? No problem. Here we go. I literally just watched Drew Gooden after all, so I actually have him in my tab. See, so he's safe. No problem there. So, who's actually not safe? So I do think Zed is not safe, and Diablo has to be kicked out. by all means necessary. Everyone is capable of doing that. It's gonna happen. And yes, Diablo is a reference to a game and not the most evil person in the world that doesn't actually exist. Okay, because he would have no influence on me, unfortunately. There's a lot of bullshit in the world, but evil, I would debate that. So, yeah, Diablo introduced. Funny enough, I don't actually get to see the time elapsed using this Windows thing unless I click this, which is fascinating, isn't it? You just have to double click this, and then I do see the time. It's 5 minutes now. Wow, how fucking convenient that is. Anyways. So Naruto, boys. There's something called Saruto, which is crazy. What is that? Makes no sense to me. Naruto did pretty well after I checked out hentai section and cosplay section, and that's about it. There's also some interesting videos too, but nothing like spectacular. So who cares, right? Also, I had struggles with Discord, but all you have to do is use your trusty task manager and close it with that. Who would have thought, right? And you can actually open Discord again. Stupid fucking Discord. Well, now at least I have a solution. Then I checked out Zed, but essentially he did interviews, but he's not a very interesting person. The only interesting thing that I found is his mansion. And it triggered me to rant about. Also, his appeal to science. He really just likes science for some reason. I'm not exactly sure what exactly he said, and we don't have to. We don't have to know, do we? I guess we do. So now I'm searching for it. Yeah, there's foxes. Foxes look cool, but like she doesn't have a profile necessarily. So that sucks. Everything crashed. Why was I looking for foxes even more? But even that didn't help him. Here we go, boys. No problem, then. Let's keep
I was
going.
really stressed out. Start at the very bottom by agreeing, on simple things that everybody can agree on.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm sitting on a couch, for example.
I can't agree with that later. Yeah, I don't know if he's sitting on the couch, actually, but, there's something else he said. As reality is. Oh, please, guys, please. We'll never know. So we'll never. Who knows what you're doing right now? Well, there's with the thing that is also. Yeah, I'm terrible.
It starts
at
everything.
this.
Science is the foundation of pretty much literally every decision that should be made.
It's kind of interesting that the appeal to science and is like it's resonating with Zach Sang, I think. The interviewer. And then I didn't. Lot. Yeah, I just got triggered by that. I don't know what Zed said, so I actually don't care. There's a lot I can say about science, because I hate it so much. But basic thing to understand is that science doesn't even exist. There's a bunch of branches of science, which is physics, mathematics, statistics. You can sort of run experiments, but the moment you run experiments, which is like pure science, I actually don't like that. Observation is kind of a branch of science, but experimentation is like pure science, and I actually don't like that. Because there's a lot of things to observe, you don't need to experiment. I'm sorry, dude. You're just wasting your time experimenting. You just have to sit down and observe. There's tons and tons of videos to watch, tons of behavior things to observe. You can conclude, because this is like nature. This is nature. You don't have to create a specific controlled situation that probably doesn't represent nature well enough, and by restraining people, you're actually not getting a good result whatsoever. And usually the sample that you take are the people from the outside world, people who actually go outside for some reason, which is a terrifying thing, to be honest. Like, there's so many variables to be able to control. You must understand that reality is much better simulation than anything scientific, basically. So it just pisses me off how people just celebrate science when they probably can't even define what science is. You know, because it boils down to experimentation, and that is a messed up thing to do. Alright? But then you would be like, but okay, then what about statistics? And what would you say, the observation is kind of like the same thing, right? Isn't that science? No, not really. It's a branch of science. It's completely different. Because, you know, it's also a branch of logic to do these things. Because you will need logic to actually come up with proper conclusions. You need logic more than science, basically. So science, we can just throw that away as if it's nothing for us. It's completely useless. That's where I would start this debate. Saying that science is completely useless and you praising science, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You have not enough logic yet to be praising science, because science actually betrayed me, at least, many times now, and it's unfortunate how science is not actually trying to solve real-world problems. I mean, that is shocking to me. You know, just printing out statistics is not a solution. You know, maybe there's a way for science to exist where it actually starts solving problems, but it has to, like, really redefine itself, because right now it's just a piece of garbage. And you're looking at some shoes, man. You're looking at shoes right now. And this is his mansion. And I'm sure he needs all of his shoes. No problems there. It's not like people worked to make these shoes. And but I'm sure he's a music producer. He worked a lot harder and a lot more hours on producing his music than, so he definitely deserves this amount of shoes and the $16 million mansion and all those things that require a lot of work to actually make. But, you know, slavery is still a thing, and we don't have to worry about that. The only thing we have to worry about is how do we earn enough money? How do we become Andrew Tate and break the matrix by enslaving more people, you know, and keep raising the inflation by trying to escape it, which is going to collapse the entire economy. There's no other way. But that's what's pissing me off, because right now the escapism is higher than ever before. Yes, we are surrounded by troubles, but that doesn't mean that people care. People are always suicidal. People are always waging wars against each other. So you can always assume there's some kind of war is going on at all times. And right now, currently, what we observe is the war of lazy people who try to escape by typing things on the internet and hoping for a response. That's as sad as it can get. I'm kind of one of those people. I understand how it feels like, but I don't want to be. I'm at least aware of that I want a solution that will transcend me above these people, because that's the war. These people who do not resonate with the real world, or at least the digital world, if that's all you get. But for me, internet is the real world. It's my true fantasy world. It can give me whatever I want, and technically, what else do you want from life anyways if it doesn't give you what you want? I can build a mansion for $0 and enjoy it a lot more than this little pesky piece of shit. That doesn't deserve to be here, so he will be kicked out of top 100. Zed is no more. The moment you show your real life, there's a chance that I will not like you anymore. Because you're gonna just set an example of like, oh yeah, these are exactly the people that I don't like. Because they have consumed so much more work than they actually accumulated to the world. They just ripped off people because it's very easy to spread music around. Especially when copyright is a thing, and you will get all the money all the time. There's no escape from anyone, Yes, you have to share money with the people who have given you vocals and whatnot. But if you're a producer, you're gonna rip off a lot of people here. But you made a lot of people happy, and happiness is like the greatest value of all time. Nuh-uh. Solving problems is real happiness. People actually... That's why I say people are lazy, like for real lazy, because they chase happiness and they don't realize how much destruction is in that chase. If you just keep playing one fucking game, even if it's for a living, you don't realize that there is a lot of people who are starting to depend on your YouTube channel or whatever that will watch it regularly, and their life is going to be sucked into trying to find some happiness within whatever you're doing. If you're not happy about making YouTube videos, if you're not spreading enough happiness, people are going to be pissed off because now their investment sucks and they don't know what to do otherwise. You're not solving any problems. You're just keeping the ball rolling until people realize, oh wait, I don't actually like this anymore. This doesn't appeal to me anymore. Over time, people realize that whatever they consumed is like a terrifying thing that they have to replace with something else, and eventually they will run out of solutions for that problem. Believe me, I will not run out of solutions. I'm one of the richest, poorest men, which is a weird thing to say, but it's the only thing that makes sense of why you should listen to me, If you're really chasing for happiness, you won't find it anywhere else but here. Test me out. See if you're gonna be... That's all you have to do. Are you gonna be more happy after you interact with me or not? That is the real question. If you're gonna be more emotional if you interact with me, that's probably happiness still. Alright? You're just not realizing yet. You still have to grind down your emotion into facts, and then ask yourself, are these cool facts? Do they make me happy? Have I improved my life? Most of the time it's going to be yes, very much. Because I do believe I am an influential person, unlike anyone else you have ever met. So this is just a pesky little insect that will never, ever be able to reach top 100. I'm pretty sure about that. Matt Walsh, shut the fuck up. Anytime now, shut the fuck up. What was I doing this whole time? Spending a lot of money and effort to be entertained and to feel fucking good. And yes, it gets even worse. We actually spend money to feel good, to be happy, when we should be saving and trying to survive. Because nothing really changed since the old days. Trying to survive is still the highest priority because it's fucking difficult to do. Alright. So, I guess I don't have to say that to most people anymore, because things are getting worse. And, you have to wake up at this point. But, yeah. It will keep going worse. Believe me. The bottom is not reached. It's not gonna go worse for most people, but you have no idea. When you're actually faced with judgment, that is the worst day of your life. And most people haven't fucking met the judgment. Alright? When you get judged for your decisions, basically. And if you made tough decisions, bad decisions, you might be exiled from society. And sayonara, basically. That is the worst thing that can happen, and god damn it, that might fucking happen. Apparently, Brie Larson actually made a song. She's not a song. She's not really a singer, but you know, she has a song that doesn't suck. Scott Pilgrim is at 1200, and it's kind of safe, I guess. But there's a lot of people in it, and there's just one movie that can't even get rebooted or anything. It's a sad existence for Scott Pilgrim fans. I assure you that. But the only good thing is that, well, it survived the test of time, and it will be at top 100. So that's the only good news. There's a lot of fans, alright? There's a lot of people making videos about Scott Pilgrim, and it even inspired me to do sub 100 and sub 1K. Try to guess what that means. Too late. It means anyone below 100 subscriptions of their channel will accumulate influence for this thing, and anyone below 1,000 subscriber count will accumulate these things. So it's just gonna be a fun thing to figure out if small channels actually have a punch that they can go all the way to the top 100. These are real Scott Pilgrims right there. These are the real ones. And now that I realize that, honestly, Scott Pilgrim just upgraded its universe. I will give sub 1K 10%. Fucking 10%. It feels bad, but I'll give it 10% and sub 100. 10%. So, if you are below 1,100, get yourself familiar with Scott Pilgrim, because it's your best representation at the moment, in case I don't actually give a fuck about you, because you don't have enough subscribers. Boo-hoo. I'm in this weird territory where I kind of have 100 subscribers, but I have 108, which kind of sucks. I should kind of put myself in a sub 1,000 category, but that would be fucking stupid. Let's not do that, because that would break everything. Anyways, she said, yeah, the Black Sheep is pretty cool. Everything that Scott Pilgrim fandom is doing is not gonna work, basically. What I just did 1 minute ago is probably gonna work a lot better than anything else you've ever seen. So, that's cool. We can move on now. Magic, I've listened to a playlist. A playlist is a lot easier to listen to, but it still kind of sucked. Then I bumped into a realization, oh wait, Mr. Beast is gonna beat PewDiePie very soon. I have to jump on this trend. Because only 5,000 people watched it happen. Alright, even Mr. Beast himself commented that there's gonna be a crazy plot twist. Well, the only crazy plot twist that happens usually is, I'll tell you this much, alright? When PewDiePie was fighting T-Series, actually, let's not tell you that, because that makes no sense, what I'm about to say. Yeah. Well, let's just say I made a video about it. You can watch that. And, most importantly, it just kind of screwed everything up. But the real thing that screwed everything up is obviously voice mods, but it was also another reason why I couldn't just make this video. I had to jump on and actually check out the live number, go down to 0, and make my speech or whatever. And hopefully I'll gonna be the next big YouTuber, you know? It will take 5 years, but I can do it. big YouTuber voice. I feel like I deserve it, man. Or at least, I deserve to be friends with whoever's gonna take the first place from Mr. Beast, you know? I think I deserve that. It will be a tough battle, but I mean, I can do anything if I want to. If Mr. Beast could have done anything. So, Magic, did pretty well, I guess? Yeah, secured very well. There's plenty of songs out there, and they're free, and I have to appreciate that. So, when I will make my, copyright video, copyright is bullshit, on YouTube Rewind the month, well, I will try and get as many free artists as possible. Try to break copyright so people just share free music all the time without worries, really. But it is still a scary situation because it's more of a Trojan horse, basically. People can say their music is free, but then they can decide otherwise. And copy strike your channel, and your channel gets deleted. And it's a very interesting system to actually play with, I guess. Even PewDiePie endorsed it, you know, copyright is a very good thing for all YouTubers, and it doesn't favor the fucking artist whatsoever, even though they get enough money anyways. They don't have to fucking bullshit around. I mean, at some point it should be just exempt from getting money from copyright. Everything should be public domain at some point, depending on how much money the music has earned. Like, I don't know how much money takes to produce music, but I know a person like Marin Hoxha probably, doesn't get much from this 10,000 subscribers that he has, and his music is phenomenal and free at the same time, so I don't know how he survives, but if he can do it, and I like him this much, and again, his music is free, and I'll be playing that in YouTube Rewind big time. Yeah. Keep that in mind, guys. I need more of this shit. I need more free artists. I need to break YouTube in as many ways as I can possibly get away with before I get banned. I want to break the shit out of YouTube. Because the threat is there, and it's pretty nasty threat. So, but at the same time, with my heart of hearts, I still believe in justice, and I still believe that YouTube can suck it up and actually give me #1 subscribed YouTuber. Because just because of effort, you know. I sit here every single day. I react to everything. I know more than most people who know about YouTube. Like, it's crazy. And I only started. This is my 2nd year. It's nothing, man. The 3rd year is gonna be even crazier, right? Well, I think I'm reaching my peak performance. But you never know what's gonna happen when I start interacting with, like, really influential people who actually really want to help others. Now that's gonna be fucking life-changing. So, especially when I start changing their lives too with my ideas. Exchanging ideas is the craziest thing ever. Annoying Orange is also very much safe. In fact, he's more safer than most other entities. So that's nice to see. You would think like, but it's just for kids or whatever. And it's like genuinely interesting. Like, look at this shit. What is the meaning of life? It's actually a question that somehow happened. And it takes a while to actually generate an answer, if you really think about it, because most people don't know what life is, but you do know what collection of experience is, and you know what you live through, so you kind of have a definition of life, but then you're trying to ask for meaning, and it's like, I guess that's what you're asking is purpose, what I want to do in life, what I should be doing in life. And it's not really easy to define that. You need a lot of help to define meaning of life. Again, you might need more experience and you might need more purpose until you refine both of these things and you come up with the proper answer, with the proper fact. The most powerful alchemical fact you can come up with using the greatest variety of emotions that you can gather from all over the world. These are the questions that have to be answered exactly the same way I say. Have to gather really rare ingredients, really rare experiences out of life to be able to define the words life and purpose and all these things. And then you will come up with a proper answer to whoever asks. Because that usually is the context you also need. Who is asking? Who's asking? Annoying Orange is asking? The purpose of life is obviously, the meaning of life is obviously laughing at other fruits in the kitchen. What else would you fucking ask for? And making funny puns. That's your meaning of life. Who's asking also is important. Because, but if the person is asking for your meaning of life, because you can try to define their meaning of life, but then you can try and define your meaning of life, it's always going to be different, you know? Yes, you might want to work for the same common goal and actually try and have the same purpose of life, but it's a tough one. I'm telling you, relationships are so tough that I have a feeling nobody ever had a relationship to begin with. Because that shit is insane. Alright, the best thing you can do is just talk to yourself. Also, Friday exists. Friday 2, for some reason, Annoying Orange wanted to contribute to the same meme. It feels sad that, Rebecca Black is out of the loop and cannot actually live the meme anymore. Because everyone wants her to be bad or something. I don't know. I really enjoyed Saturday. I want Sunday. I want more progress towards pop music and not just some fucking cringe music that she's making. But I can still kind of appreciate what she's doing. But deep in my mind, I'm just trying to, come up with a reason to replace her immediately. I'm not gonna lie. She's pissing me off a little bit. But whatever. It's fine. I'll deal with it. Oh, my microphone still works. Very nice. Double check. Double check. Very nice. So as the difference went down, I realized I had only one day either to finish the video or to just jump on this and do that. And I did it. And I'm very happy about that. I guess I moved on to, Dave Days, and it's kind of where we are right now. After 40 minutes of explaining, we have 5 entities left, and Dave Days has still one more video up his sleeves. He's pretty safe now, but let's see what this video is even about, because this is definitely clickbait. They're not in a relationship of any kind, I don't think. But Dave Days had tons and tons of girls around him making music with him. How? How did you do that? What is going on, dude? And most of these girls are irrelevant except for Tiffany. Tiffany Albert, which is way bigger than Dave Days now, and still kind of active. I am a little bit concerned, but hopefully, hopefully it's all gonna work out. And maybe Tiffany just needs a few pokes here and there, and she will activate her superpowers again. So that will be nice. Usually I'm such a great consumer. I just feel like I have the solution of how to upgrade every single YouTuber to a higher level, basically. At least of their awareness of like what they're doing right and wrong and all that shit. Some people may not be willing to actually improve, but it's not my problem. I at least feel good that I know what kind of advice to give. You know, even though you shouldn't take advice, but you should definitely exchange some ideas. And technically, I would still call it advice. You know, but in a way, you should call it like experience. A needed experience or a realization of certain things or whatever. Or I have to realize a few things. Either way, you know. It's still an exchange that I would love to have. Alright, Dave Days. Tell me more why you should be on YouTube Rewind and not be kicked out in the fucking trash dumpster place and set on fire. I'm still wondering. I know you had like 10 girls already, but tell me more, man. In these weird characters as well.
And he's a cat. He's charming.
Whatever.
He's like so adorable.
That's cool.
He's my boyfriend and he's a cat.
She has a cat boyfriend. Nothing weird about this Japanese lady. Alright. That's fine. Yeah, I'm really curious how many girls is in his videos, man. How many? This doesn't count, okay? The celebrities don't count, just slapping in a celebrity. Miley Cyrus kind of counts, because she actually shows up eventually. Oh man. Wait, what?
Man, I wish there was a way to get her to notice me.
Also, he dated Jacqueline, but now Jacqueline is married to another man, so that went very well. Actually, he might be friends with the person that married Jacqueline, too. Well, he actually tried to make a series, and it went downhill real fast, man. Singing your comments. God damn it. But, yeah. I want more drama, man. I want more opinions about girls, man, that he's with. That would be nice. And the greatest opinion of all that I'm missing is why the fuck did he stop making videos? Jesus Christ, that's annoying. You have to make a 2-hour video explaining me that, please? Alright, that's enough of Dave Days. No copyright. Not sure. Because I want to, like, listen to music and do something else, but at the same time I don't want to do anything. I'll just keep no copyright for later. I don't know what to do with Dream, though. Dream is a phenomenon, dude. Someone has to be talking about Dream, something interesting. There's also plenty of drama going on surrounding him, so maybe we dive deeper into that. I have a candy for you, Zed. You can't use science to become successful, can you? Because every time the formula changes, so you just can't. It's impossible. There's no use. I'm sorry, dude. Also, a moment of silence for Thunderfoot Keanu Reeves, actually. Keanu Reeves is a tough one, actually. Because PewDiePie endorsed Keanu Reeves. But that's not gonna be enough, unfortunately. Wait, what? They're not linked whatsoever? Come on, man. They gotta be linked. Endorsing the biggest YouTuber endorsing doesn't mean shit. Of course it means something. So, he's the 100 one, but I don't care about Keanu Reeves that much right now. I could pretend that he's like endorsed by Andrew Tate because he loves saying Matrix a lot. And there's more I can do, obviously. But I'll just not do that. Got Talent, Demi Lovato, Elizabeth Gillis, YouTube Shorts, Jeanette McCurdy is down, Magic Spellslinger is rightfully out of here because it's a shitty card game as well. It's not even comparable to Hearthstone because it's even greedier, which is, how do I play a greedier game like that? I need a tutorial for that one. And well, Pokemon couldn't quite reach, but boo-hoo, this is the last time I am using their names. This year, at least. Because things are gonna get more and more intense as their year closes, boys.
Her and Dream were sexting when she was...
Should I drop Dream? Should I? Nah, I love groomers, actually. Especially when defining the word groomer is quite difficult because the Google does not agree with your definition. Just texting a 17-year-old because you're an influencer? That's groomer? I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Your definition is kind of fucked. And in general, it's like, who cares? I'm sure Dream can just wait 1 year and you're gonna be 18 years old, and all of a sudden, all that power dynamic disappears? What happens then? Oh, it's legal now. It's legal to rip people off and traumatize them. Ah, is that how it works? It's just a bunch of fucking idiots becoming uncomfortable, basically, for a stupid reason, and they think they can do something about it, you know? Because everything involves their stupid-ass feelings. Well, you have to explain what you actually want, and why does it make sense for a shitlink that doesn't actually exist on the internet to somehow throw Dream into the pit of doom, basically. How does that make sense, is my only question, you know. You just throw some allegations and all of a sudden, the world is a better place. Oh no, it's not, because you have to take legal action. So this is why this story is just so fucking fascinating to me. Because nobody seems to, like, take Dream's side on it and defend him. Unless defending Dream. Not happening. So, that kind of sucks. You know, there's drama, but there has to be Dream defending videos. Someone, you know, who puts things in the proper perspective, because that's usually what defense means. You have to put up a real good shield, so everyone gets fucking obliterated on that shield. All the weapons. You can use all weapons you fucking try and want. You ain't gonna break this shield and get to Dream. I'll tell you that much. I mean, I haven't seen anything more enduring than a wooden Minecraft shield. Holy crap, that is a hard one to actually break. You need a very good axe for that. And I don't know if you've seen Dream in PvP battles, but even if you have an axe, he can counterattack. He doesn't have to just use the shield, you know. But yeah, I think defending Dream is pretty important right now. and not actually jumping on the bandwagon of like, oh, ooh. Yeah, nah. But I don't care though. So that's the real question. What do I do about Dream? Because what do I care about? There's one thing I care about. I need to check his channel, and I need to check his PewDiePie reference. Because if it's good, and kind of PewDiePie and Dream kind of made reference about each other to some extent. Sven, I mean, he tried really hard, but is that enough? And it kind of what propelled him into making more videos, right? The PewDiePie thing. Is that enough? Because normally I link people only when they actually acknowledge each other, they reference each other. PewDiePie definitely knows what Dream is. What happens if I type in PewDiePie and Dream? Dreams, dude. I don't know. I don't know, dude. He also adds Dream, okay.
Anyway. Oh my god, I'm Dream.
That's good enough of a reference to me, boys. Pewds and Dream is linked. Officially, boys. That's all that Dream really needs. But I'll try a little bit harder. Did he make interviews recently? No?
Not physically painful.
Is that Dream? I can't tell, guys. Because it's not in a... Dream has his stream linked only on his channel for some reason. I mean, Dream has revealed his face, but I'm not sure, guys.
And
okay.
You wanted me up here before I had.
Now it's fully confirmed then. Because I do recognize the voice a lot better than the face. I'm just saying. Okay, let's see if this is worthwhile. And now Dream is linked with Techno then. But he's already linked, so I don't know if this matters. Also, it's very hard to link yourself with a dead guy now. Hoo-hoo. I don't have to watch it. I mean, Dream has two more points. But let's take like 5 minutes from a random place and see. Let's see the vibe. Ah yeah, the science, guys. Let's empty the arm. That's science right there. If someone says science, I'm gonna tell them that. Oh, so you want, when you have cancer, you want to empty the arm. That's what you want to do. Of course you would do that because you want to survive. You don't want to end up like Technoblade. Boo-hoo. Obviously try and avoid getting cancer to begin with, and there's no science to solve that problem. You know, we can only speculate what actually causes cancer. But, for some reason there's cancer research and gets a lot of money, and that's also a lot of science, and in the end we get the perfect solution of amputate your arm. Which is probably gonna kill you anyways, so it's not a great solution whatsoever. And probably cancer will appear somewhere else, you know, because there's very high expectations for that, at least for me. So why did that not happen, Mr. Dad? Also, how do you amputate this much? Because It's not here, he says. It's here. So how do you not, like, expose organs or some crazy shit like that? Like, whoa, 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 stop right there, criminal scum. See, probably Technoblade, if he was actually worried about cancer, he would have done greater research than anyone has ever done. But, and talked about it a lot, and immediately revealed his face. Because his Minecraft career is over, my boy. And he would immediately start going outside and do whatever it takes, man. Going to the gym every single day, trying to eat healthy. Anything, dude. Anything. That didn't happen, so yeah, Technoblade, not a good player in my eyes. Not a very skilled player, I would say. But that's just my opinion. You know. Oh wait, that's also the numbers. Numbers, they tell me exactly the same thing. That he doesn't exist in top 100, but Dream does, for some reason. And, he has to now carry weight of 2 people, unfortunately. That's a big one. I'll put it in the rewind section, maybe I'll use it for something. Alright, now I have to move on, and Dream is gone. Jimmy Fallon is a big question in there. Oh boy, it's a big one. Let's just answer Sunny V and then watch Eric Dubé real quick. Should be no problem there. Also, yeah, this is the last video that I'll make, and then I go into full production for YouTube Rewind the entire month. But there's always the main event videos, right? There's the history of what happened on the internet. There's the explanation video, I guess. There's gonna be, okay, and there's the main YouTube Rewind that I give a fuck about, of the top 100 creators and entities that have influenced me successfully, that have to be, you know, featured some way or the other. And, yeah. I have to work really hard and prepare myself really hard for this. So I will take 2 weeks to focus. It's kind of like exactly 2 weeks now.
Higher goals.
Talking about higher goals, it's a 0-0 time, and what are the stats, my friends? I want stats. Flat line, baby. My channel is successfully dead. Very good. Do I want to be successful? I have to be, come on, man. I might need a little bit of fixer-upper, but, like, come on, man. Come on, man, I have the passion for it. You can't ignore that, can you? Of course you can. Fucking assholes.
Days of sort of.
You know what the weird thing about Sonny is? What the fuck is his background and story of his interest in general? Because now it's just like, these are random people at this point. Or people you would find on YouTube. So how did you do that? Fucking hate it. I want the behind scenes, okay. Yes, I'm impressed already. Where's your behind scenes fucking video? I want to at least know that it exists, so it fucking... you know, helps me cope with depression and questions. Something like that. No, I just really need to understand the person, because then I can understand his videos a lot better. It's that simple. See, that's kind of a weird thing to say in the end.
years. From Nazi zombies to vlogs to Minecraft, you've certainly done a lot for us all.
What do you care, man? If these people have reach or not. Because I don't care, I just need influence. And influence means whoever fucking gives a fuck. Obviously, if they give a fuck about uploading stuff on YouTube that's thoughtful, that's fine. I guess I'll watch it. But in the end, it's very, very personal, and you can't escape that. So, good luck trying to become top 100 next year, but... Alright. Now we can focus on the dude. Come on, man. Just that. Just an 8-minute video. It's not all I get. Why should people care about flat Earth? Well, the most interesting part is the psychology behind it and how people react to it, and how much they trust science. It's kind of a laughable thing. It's the same fucking bullshit, basically. Oh, you're science. Whatever science tells you, whatever authority tells you is the truth. Not your experience. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. What? You can definitely use your experience a lot more than science. So, you can't really grow when you're attached with this fucking cancerous idea that all you have to do is just listen to whatever science tells you. And that's your fucking growth ability. Yes, science can give you some ideas, but as well as anything else can give you ideas of what you should try and think about. But science has just as many facts as anyone else out there. It's not that difficult to get facts. It's just, you know, oh, I have this trusted source with people I don't actually know very well that might be trying to deceive me anyways. You know, that's what we're talking about here.
Flavor of this nonsense.
Think about it this way, right? Don't you love school? Wasn't school like the most traumatizing experience of all time? No? Well, now it is, because we have internet, and now schools are obsolete and actually cripple children significantly. Alright, because schools are supposed to teach you how to teach yourself. You have all the data in your hands, now schools have to teach you how to teach yourself. They don't do that. I don't think, man. I don't think they would have changed that much in a few years, which they have to do, or I will not just destroy YouTube, I will also destroy schools. I'll destroy whatever fucking comes in my way and pisses me off. I will swear in my life, I will die trying to destroy these fucking things, because these are not functioning correctly anymore. Maybe back in the day, school was like some kind of a weird thing to go to be challenged in a weird way that I don't want to be challenged. It's more of a children's prison. There's nothing to be proud of. It's more of a social environment for as many times as you have breaks, basically. And eventually I started my career of being pissed off and being ignored a little bit too much. You know, this is where it started. And where the problem started, pretty much. And it's like, what? Well, you just discovered that you are the problem. You could say that to me. And I would love to debate you many, many hours, but I don't think you can actually do that to me, right? So, don't. That's where most arguments will end, unfortunately. You can't debate for hours and have this experience of like, okay, I have all of these facts prepared. Let's try and exchange and understand every single fact and expand it and all that. You have to have a lot of skill to do that. And I have this skill, and I am the expert, unfortunately. So, I don't know if you want to be in the same battlegrounds as the fact expert, basically. You know, I consume facts for a living. This is where I live on fucking YouTube. This is the real school environment if you truly understand what it is and truly take for what it's supposed to be, because, I mean, the first question I would ask for a person is, when is the school over? School definitely not over at 18 years of age when you could gain consent. Is the only time when true experience and a lot of things start mattering. You know, like you have to check your facts. Basically, you go to the real world. So school was safe space this whole time, and it's like you're justified to go to school and hope that nobody picks on you, that you have an okay time. You're not demoralized to go to school, because if you are, you get in trouble pretty much. It's just a weird thing, but it's supposed to be like the safe space where you don't have to really think about much, but solving like these complex problems of just memorizing things and learning whatever there is. Math is pretty okay, but math is also like completely useless when it comes to logic. Alright? Nobody uses logic. As I've said, like I've done the candy. You don't use science to become successful, unfortunately. You don't follow other people's strategy. The only strategy is pure passion. You have to work every single day. There's nothing that's gonna drive that but passion, unfortunately. You have to really want something to try and being able to achieve that. Technically, that's a part of science, but if you call that science, man, I'll call a punch in the face a required science experiment. I just want to know if you can survive that punch of how fucking angry I am. Because, like, you know, you can call anything science at this point. And that's just ridiculous. Alright? So that argument is off. But yeah, there's the real question of when do you stop really going to school? You never really stop. It has to be a very lengthy transition of detaching yourself from school into going into a new environment. Especially how school is actually different, completely different from the work environment. Kind of completely different. You still feel like a slave, basically. That's what schools want you to feel like, for a reason, you know. So, it's a safe space to learn the most important rules in life. That science sucks, and you have to be a slave. Very important rules, I think. Also that the earth is not flat for some reason. But you can't unlearn that very quickly, you know. If I was in control of YouTube, Flat Earth would be a very interesting experiment you can run on every single person. How do they react to the information? Especially when they're taught otherwise, pretty much. But in general, Flat Earth itself has to be turned into a meme because some people will believe Flat Earth and then you're not really challenging them at all. It's all about challenging people's beliefs. That's like really the core problem that, I'm facing here. Because like experiences are like ridiculously more valuable than what any authority can tell you. Because authority doesn't have reach or control over your life. You have. So your experiences and your point of view, most importantly, point of view, in fact, is a principle that every authority uses. So you should use it too. You should have learned that, your point of view, that your experience matters a lot more. The authorities tell other people what to believe so they could remain authorities. They have their point of view of like, I want to have this power. So what do you want? Do you want to be a follower of an authority? Or do you want to have some power of some kind, Because a lot of people just, give up all their powers to famous YouTubers or whatever bullshit they believe in, whatever cult they sign up for. They're not really struggling to collect their powers. I struggle to do that because fucking give me that, dude. You watched this so far, you might as well watch all my videos, please. Thank you very much. Where else are you gonna go? But, no, I definitely encourage people to make their own videos and, become their own people, on this platform. And live on the internet more in case they have nowhere else to go but play fucking video games. This is much more engaging to begin with. And is ridiculously important and transformative in your life. The moment you put effort into something, trying to prove someone wrong is a good start, but it's just the start. You believe a contrary belief to what everyone else believes. Now you have to go and fight for that belief and see where you end up at. Because it's a very interesting thing. The first fucking belief I had that's not in line with everyone else, I want to fight all of them. That's what anger is, man. I want to fight all of you if you don't believe what I believe. Because it's a very interesting fight. As I consume more and more of YouTube, I understand that I'm not necessarily being subjective all the time. I have objective reasons of why I like certain things, of why most other people would like other things, and that's kind of what Sunny V is trying to do, trying to understand the objective reasons. It's a very interesting thing that's going on. The more objective you are, the more powerful you are at defeating subjective feelings or subjective reasons that other people subscribe to different beliefs because of those feelings. We have to be objective as possible, otherwise our beliefs are trash. Alright? We have to look at the sky, oh, it's blue. And keep looking at the sky until we realize sometimes it's a little bit yellow when it's close to the sun or some bullshit like that. There's way more experience than just saying the sky is blue. Right now the sky is completely black, actually. How does that fucking work, right? You can't say the sky is blue, unfortunately, and make me believe that. Not anymore. A lot of people would probably come up to you and say, what color is the sky? Actually, the sky probably doesn't even have color, but, you gotta think logically of what your experience truly is. And, this is a really deep topic. So, I will always support Eric Dubay, and he will be into this YouTube Rewind for sure. No problems there. I have no questions about it, man.
Traumatizing and
I do have a problem with Eric Dubay, though, and why he's not any higher on this list. And he could be lower because he kind of single-handedly created Flat Earth movement, or he'd taken enough credit for me to believe that But if I stop believing that, his influence drops down significantly. And it should start to drop down the moment I subscribe to other flat earthers, basically. So, for now, he holds the fucking crown. But that crown can be split very easily. Based on, he might bring up Flat Earth as a movement, but Flat Earth has a very important belief behind it. It's, I don't care about the shape of the Earth anymore, but I definitely believe in Flat Earth so much that, like, Round Earth makes absolutely no sense. I created the bullshit videos about it, and, and people still dislike it, It's like, excuse me? What kind of experience do you have that would change my mind? I would really like to know. That is a very curious thing. It's just so annoying, man. But the most annoying thing that Eric DeBay himself isn't taking enough responsibility of just diving deeper into other topics than just Flat Earth, or diving deeper into whatever questions he's asking himself. Okay, let's talk about Flat Earth, and then doing like a 50-50 split of like Flat Earth, and then a deeper dive into just psychology or something. That would just solidify him as the coolest person on YouTube, basically. So I'm just saying, there's ways to improve. Everyone can improve, basically. It's almost like the most common way to improve. Never do one thing. Never. Your channel will die so quickly if you just do one thing. You have to do two things. One is going to be the main series, basically, and the second one is kind of like a supporting series. Like looking up to the main series and praising kind of your own work and how deep the rabbit hole goes in order to achieve some kind of work like that. That's how it's supposed to be done. And then, you can always branch off slowly and do something else using that second hand, basically. You have two hands, so do two consecutive things in the same channel and make people comfortable with it. If you don't do that, the moment you start to drift off and do something else, your entire community just disappears, poof. Because they don't know what to do anymore, they have expectations, and they're just confused. It's like, oh, you're playing a different game now. I guess I'm not welcome anymore. Because you never really introduced that game, never given enough context, and made people, curious enough of what actually is happening in the background. Nobody really cares about behind-the-scenes stuff. But if you do it this side by side over and over again, things might actually change. And yes, you might still get 5 times less views on the second video. But you have to think about your core audience, not the fucking people who just jump on a trend of like defining you as that one... a dude that plays one game or whatever, or talks about one topic. You gotta transcend that. And that's the biggest problem on YouTube right now, unfortunately. Mr. Beast kind of transcended that by creating multiple channels, but Mr. Beast has crazy reputation already. I mean, he's just looking for ways to grow. He's not looking for ways to change at all. It's kind of like an exception to the rule. I can make a lot of rules, and probably Mr. Beast is going to be exception to a lot of them. But I'm talking about the small people who I'm like genuinely interested in the other side of their work. As you can guess, I've already said that many times until now I'm talking about it directly. I'm always interested in the behind the scenes. As long as behind the scenes also has enough work put into it so it's not an hour-long video like my videos are. But, you know, I'm just a guide for YouTubers. I'm not even a guide for, like, a casual explorer of YouTube. Unless you actually give a fuck. You have to, like, genuinely give a fuck of what I'm talking about. Then you are technically a YouTuber because you care enough. So the only question is why you're not making YouTube videos, am I right? And trying my science, am I right? Mm-hmm. Very scientific stuff I'm talking about. These are just ideas. They have to be tested. They have to be experimented on. But mostly they kind of just work because they come from logic. An already tested place. You know. Something that's supposed to work already. It's like, I mean, if you make a card game, you intuitively know what works and what doesn't based on the value that you can generate from a card. You already have a good sense. That's what logic is. Logic works before science even happens. Logic is way more powerful than science. So it just crushes it like a fucking insect that isn't even supposed to exist, basically.
Governments, universities, media outlets, and other entangled organizations, which have long been hard at work weaving this multi-generational heliocentric myth, suddenly and completely lose all credibility.
Yeah. It's all about properly outcasting something that is unimportant to society anymore. At least to the principal society, the core society. There's also the outcast society of zombies chewing up on every single outcast person who thinks they're so cool and smart, but they're really an outcast. You can feel that, alright? People are constantly testing whether you are an outcast or not. Whether you can be ripped apart and shredded, basically, for people's amusement, for drama value, you know, to be shamed, to be fucking cancelled. People keep trying to test that, because that fucking matters, alright? And it's a hardcore battle right there. I can probably cancel tons of people right now. I have the capacity to do that. But, you know, people don't care. That means no one can be actually cancelled. I mean, I'm the cancellation tool of the universe right now. That's how I feel like. Because I can see flaws everywhere all the time. I have so much objective fucking reasoning and all that shit. And I can just test people in general as well. Many ways. So, you know, you just dump a big YouTuber into my Discord and I will tear them apart so fucking deeply. They might want to be cancelled at that point. It's very likely. Alright? But if that's not happening right now and people don't actually recognize my powers, then I don't know what can you cancel on YouTube. You know, you don't even know the power of YouTube right now, so you technically... These people are, like, super untouchable, and if you have been able to cancel them, they just bent over to make you feel better, alright? And you'll have to pay for that. Unfortunately. Onision's gonna take his stuff back. He made you feel good, now he's gonna take his stuff back, you know? A lot, and everyone else who's trying to cancel YouTubers is gonna get cancelled, you know? So right now, be very careful. Cancellation is a special tool that only professionals can use. So find professionals, please. Or just contact me if you found me as well, you know. You can just find me. It's not that difficult. Or, you know, you test me if you can cancel me, maybe something like that. Except I have 100 subscribers. And an incredible amount of self-esteem and courage and all that shit. And I just want to see what happens with it, you know? That's all I want to do. I want to do my scientific experiment, honestly, on the rest of the world. Oh wait, I just want to live a fucking normal life. That's what I want to do. I don't even care. If people don't care that much, I'll just cancel myself and disappear. But I just have a feeling that I'm very fucking angry right now, and I don't give a fuck whether people care or not. I will force them to care. Just for a moment. Because effort requires effort, unfortunately. No matter what the fuck effort that is, it will require a significant effort back. And if any video slips past you and is not watched on YouTube, it's a fucking black hole. It's a very scary thing. You're just making people disappointed, scared, emotional, all these things, mentally problematic. All these things because people put expectations behind their videos. And if they're not receiving what they want, oh man. Because you look at big YouTubers, you look at Sunny V fucking talking about big YouTubers, they have big expectations. They got a lot of views, and they still trying to get bigger and bigger expectations. They're not satisfied. Everyone's fucking greedy. So you think poor people are not greedy? Oh, excuse me. It's just some people have dignity and will stop being greedy at some point. And they have dignity and principles and morality and, you know, that stuff. So, they will stop and thank fans for everything and realize, okay, now it's your turn. Your turn to become a YouTuber because I enjoyed it so much. You have to just give it up and give it to someone else. Your spot. Regardless of how much skill you have, you gotta teach it to other people. It's not that fucking difficult. So there's tons of things that YouTubers are breaking, tons of rules and principles, and I'm the only one who can cancel them because I fucking know them at least. So that's very interesting stuff, isn't it? So thanks, Eric Dubé. Very interesting discussion so far. You are, in fact, top 100. Congratulations. I knew there's something I can do. Alright, get the fuck out of here, Eric Dubé. You barely fucking made it to begin with. 2 entities left? I hope. Am I not missing anything? I mean, I double-checked everything. Yes, there's still Keanu. But we're kicking out Zed. Fuck. Drew Gooden, please. Okay, so we're kicking out Zed and Diablo, so, shit, what? If Keanu is here... No. No. Someone from below has to come in. Wait, how I know no copy is gonna come in. Oh shit. Oh no. This is bad. No copy. Maybe Thunderfoot has to... What are we gonna do, man? I literally need one more person. And everyone is already in anyways. So we're not kicking anyone out by just switching positions between top 100. So we're gonna keep Diablo in there? Well, we can kick Diablo. And that would be it. And Keanu would still stay, but... No. Keanu would be kicked out. God damn it. Diablo would literally be the 100th place. Which is fucking hilarious. I guess I have no choice there. So we're just trying to invite no copy at this point. Unless I'm missing something, but I don't think so. It's just, you know, the Thunderfoot kind of fell off. I didn't expect that. God damn it. I wasn't even properly prepared for this video, can you believe that?
On your mark.
Yeah, I'll watch Jimmy Fallon's Instagram, which allows me to listen to songs, I guess. The problem is there are some videos that require sound, but I guess I'll just skip those. Well, let's see what happens, you know. Isn't it funny? Ariana Grande likes a random post. I don't even know what this is about. It's a, you know, music video, I think. Reference, I've seen it. But she did not like the post where it says happy birthday. But obviously, who would like that, you know? Don't jump on the trend of saying happy birthday. You have to be quirky and stupid. Then it's very catchy. Okay, I'm done with that. I don't know what to do anymore. Yeah, it's a little bit anticlimactic, but the video is over. I mean, it's not that difficult to just listen to some music. Most of it kind of sucked, but there was one that I did like. Yeah, I can't remember which one. Yeah. It sucks in general that... Well, only Arya knows what music I like, and it's very ironic that it contains the name Ari in it. It's fucking ridiculous. Or you can see Cyrex knows what music I like, but not really. It's just Arya, okay? So free music sucks right now. I want all music to be free, man. I will cry now. Yeah, there's a lot, man, going on in my brain. But this is over, right? I do have to mention the funny thing. Thanks, Gurnext. I will try for top 50 next year. Yeah, good luck, Eric. Good luck. Top 50. Actually, it just requires 400 more points. So not too crazy. But it does feel for me like surviving on top 100 is hard enough. You don't have to challenge yourself to do something that you weren't actually like doing to begin with, you know. And you have to face the fact that the interest always goes down and not up, unless you're doing crazy projects and trying to reach more people or something. The interest will constantly go down, which is crazy. Unless you find new people to actually care about you. Some weird shit like that. I can't even explain it, man. It's such a weird concept of interest. Because, like, you know, I've experienced all the Selena Gomez songs and her looks. What else is there for me to do anymore, right? I still haven't seen the full Wizards in Waverly Place series, but I'm not too excited about that. But you can see when you consume most of the content, yes, you're going to be excited about the new stuff, and you're probably going to still be a fan, but now you want more. And usually that comes in the forms of drama or some bullshit like that, man. You want more and more. Insatiable, dude. Alright. So that's it. And again, if Eric DeBay wants to survive in top 100, he actually has to cause enough drama or recommend me more material to look at. It's not easy at all, man. It's not easy. He seems like a little bit too old school for me. Old school conspiracy for me, man. At this point, Flat Earth is gonna be old school for me. I want to move in lightning speed. No matter how far away from humanity I'll be. I don't know if that's a principle or not, man. Just run away from humanity if it's full of bullshit anyways. So, but it doesn't make sense, right? How am I gonna survive on my own? Well, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, I'm being rejected anyways. A lot. To the point where it doesn't really make sense. But, and it pisses me off a lot. You know? And I would say, like, content creators are really caring people, but I can't say that until I test them out. And then I would probably realize that everyone has the same fucking bullshit understanding of how to fucking run a Discord channel or something like that. Like, I want to see what would happen if they had responsibilities other than just making YouTube videos. That's interesting. Actually building relationships. The hardest thing in the universe. I mean, there's probably a lot of questions that we could answer, a lot of experiments we could use science for, am I right? Or is the word experiments now obsolete? Yeah. Lots to think about, man. Now we're gonna go slowly into my shadow realm. There might be like one more video I might want to make, or something will be triggering me so badly that I will have to make a video. But for 2 weeks now, I have to say goodbye, guys. Everything's determined, everything seems clean. I mean, we do have Diablo in here still. Unless I prop up Jimmy Fallon and Keanu at the same time. But I guess I don't care. Whatever happened, happened. It's game over now. I'm gonna talk about Diablo even more. Yeah, everyone who's at top 100, I'll do that bit of extra research, extra spice, because I need to collect the most spicy material and put it all together. Oh boy. Well, here comes my ultimate not break. It's break for you, the viewer, the ghost actually, because nobody actually watches my videos. But the break is on, boys. Oh. See ya.